Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to FactorCareers Live podcast show, where we discuss our training program, some questions that we get from our prospective students, our students, and our graduates, and just explore some of the general things out there that can help you in your brokerage business. And today I want to talk to you about something that recently happened to me with one of our current students who is out there making it happen already. All right, she is not even halfway through the course, and she has already got one client signed and is about to get paid on that from her funding partner that she went out and got. And excuse me. And she's also out there making it happen with another one right now. But she ran into a bit of a problem and she asked me what to do. Now, this is a good training moment to give all of our brokers and all of our students out there, because you're going to run into this problem from time to time where you have a prospect who doesn't want to sign your agreement. And this particular prospect says to her, "I'm willing to talk to your funding partners with you, but I'm not ready to sign your agreement." So he's saying, go ahead and introduce me to your funding partner, but I'm not going to sign our agreement first. And you got to ask yourself, why is that? Okay. She wants to know what she should do. Should she make that introduction? My advice is no. You should not make that introduction. Because what's going to happen is you're going to end up getting cut out of your own deal, right? You spent time, energy, and money to cultivate that lead. And then you're going to try to take that lead, and you're making a living off of having these leads, right? And turn them into clients. If you go around and introduce them to your funding network before you have an agreement to have a client out of it, you're going to get cut out of that deal, okay? And he might even badmouth you along the way in order to make it okay with your funding partner, right? Because your funding partner is going to try to defend you, hopefully, and say, well, wait a minute now. I know that so-and-so sent you over to me. And he's going to be like, because loyalty's a thing. And he's going to come up with an excuse why he had to cut you out of the deal. We had to part ways because of whatever. Throw you under the bus in a heartbeat. Well, that's going to injure your relationship with your funding network, isn't it? And you don't want to do that. You want to avoid that at all costs, because those people are the ones that get you paid. So, back to the problem at hand. You've got a good prospect. It's got some real potential. He's willing to talk to your funding network, but he doesn't want to sign your form. What do you do? The answer is to figure out what it is that hasn't been done right yet. Okay, because something's missing in the equation. Chances are you either haven't built enough rapport with them, or you haven't built enough value in keeping you in the game. So that's what you do. You build that value. You say, look, here is the reason why you need to sign this form. Not only is there the biggest one in the fact that I can't talk to my funding network on behalf of you until we have a formalized agreement that says I'm allowed to represent you. Right? That's the biggest one out the gate. But more importantly than that, here's what I bring to the table. Right? Here's what I can do as part of this deal. Right? And then you go through and you present your service agreement to them. You present your engagement letter and you're saying, as part of this deal, here's what I'm going to do for you. And if you look at the agreement that I put together for you, and it's the same agreement that I use and the same agreement that all of my brokers use. So I already have established it. I already know it functions well. And I already know that it works beautifully. Okay? And I designed this agreement to be a simple two-part thing. Page 1 talks about what you're going to do for your client. And that's how you explain it. Page 1 talks about what I'm going to do for you. Page 2 talks about what I ask from you in return. Okay? So you go through it with them and you say, let's take a look at section 2 under the engagement of services, where it tells you quite clearly here what I am going to do for you. I'm going to be assessing your funding requirements. I'm going to be determining the optimal funding approach to meet those needs. I'm going to be identifying the correct lender who's most appropriate for you to work with to get you what you want. I'm going to sift through all that trash and get you exactly to where you need to go. Then I'm going to assist that lender in facilitating everything that's required in order to get that formal funding package put together and get it done for you so that you can get the money you need. Okay? Then I'm going to take a look at the proposals that they send back. I'm going to negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best deal. I'm going to look for all the things, all the pitfalls to avoid that I know to look for. You don't know to look for that stuff. I know to look for that stuff because this is my job. This is my field of expertise. You know about running your business. I know about how to get your business money. That's why I'm important. That's why you need me. To make sure that everything goes the way you want it to, smoothly, confidently, and right the first time. Then you say, down on the second page, we look at section 3, which is the fees for our service. And if you notice here, I am going to charge you 1% of the deal. It's just 1%. But you don't have to worry about signing me a check. You don't have to worry about sending me any money. It's going to automatically be deducted from the first funding. And it'll be sent directly from the lender to me. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay? And there's no harm, no foul. If it comes out, we can't work a deal. We can't find you something that you're happy with. And you can't get funded. You owe me nothing. We're not going to do a fee at that point. It's just, hey, sorry. But I'm not going to run into that situation. I'm going to get you what you need. Because I'm doing all of this work up here for you. I'm telling you, we're going to find the right funding partner for your needs. And we're going to get you going. Sign the form. It's as simple as that, folks. Present your agreement to them. Don't just send it over to them and say, sign this and get it back to me. Present it to them. Send it to them and then say, when would be a good time for us to discuss this? Or call them on the phone as you're sending it and discuss it to them then. Pull this up real quick. Let me just tell you a couple of things about it. Okay? But if you don't do that, if you don't build that value, then you've wasted your time, your energy, and possibly even your money cultivating a lead and doing a lot of work for nothing, for free. Because you'll introduce him to your funding network and they'll start a process, and he'll probably string you along throughout it saying, yes, I love this. Let's get this done. This is exactly what I want. You're doing a great job. I'm real proud of you. And then you're going to go, oh, by the way, before we get this agreement signed, I need you to sign my agreement. Oh, yeah, about that. I'm not doing that. If you give them a way out of paying you, they'll take that way out of paying you. Because they're already going to have to pay the funding partner, right? There's fees involved with getting financing. It doesn't matter what kind of financing you get with. They're always going to charge you, right? So they're going to charge you plus you're charging him. So if he has the ability to cut you out of that deal, he will. So you get this agreement done. You get it solidified. And then you start working on their behalf. If you don't, hey, guess what? He's not the right client for you. Because one of three things is happening if he's refusing to sign your form. Either one, You haven't built enough rapport with him. And you need to go back and be more essential and likable. Number 2, he doesn't believe that the service you're going to provide is worth the money you're asking. Build more value. Or number 3, he's trying to get one over on you anyway. One of those 3 things is happening in this situation. You got to have a heart-to-heart and figure out which they are. Or just attack all 3 of them and make sure you're good. Okay? But aside from all of that, you've got to just let them know, hey, look, I can't represent you until we get this done. Because they won't talk to me about it. I can't talk to my lending network about your situation without a formalized agreement that gives me authorization to do so. Because I don't technically represent you without it. I need you to sign the form. It costs you nothing if I don't come through. But if I do, you've got nothing to worry about anyway. Either way you go, you're coming out ahead here. Sign the form. Okay, guys? Listen, at FactorCareers.com and the $1 Million Broker System here, I love it. We all do. When you guys come up to us with these kind of questions. And this particular broker is killing it. Not even halfway through the course yet. She's out there. She's got one deal about to pay her out. And she's got this other guy that she'll get. She'll get him. And she's got another one that I know about that's in the works. So she's killing it. If you're a student in her class, you need to get out there, get with her, figure out what's going on, how you can do it with her. Learn from her. But she's not doing anything different than what we teach you. She's just following the system that we teach you to follow. If you follow the system that we outline, you will be successful. It is as simple as that. It is an ABC kind of thing. A, learn the setup. Put things in place so that you can make your life easier and follow the program. B, enact the program. All of the program that we say, do these things every day, do these things every week, do these things every month, do them. And then C, money starts coming your way. You're going to find deals are going to close. You're going to find that it becomes easier as you do it, and you start to figure out how you work best. Because we all work a little bit differently, don't we? We all work a little bit differently with our prospects, and people respond differently to us based on who we are and our personalities. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. What works for you may not work for me. But the system, the program, the plan, it's universal. Figure out how to work with it, and it will work for you. That's a guarantee, folks. If you work the plan that is provided, you will be successful. It's not a question. It's a fact. It's the same plan that I work. It's the same plan that I have my team working. And it works. Okay? It's the same plan that this particular broker that we're talking about is working. It works. So bring us your questions. Let us work through them. Let us get it to the group like we're doing right now so that everybody can benefit from the question and the answer. Because, folks, we all live separately. We all live all over the country. We all live all over the world, in fact. But just because we live separate lives doesn't mean we have to be separated from one another. Our greatest strength is in our community of like-minded people. Stick together. Talk to each other. Reach out to each other. Lean on each other. Lean on us here at FactorCareers and get ahead in your own life. That's what we're all here for, right? To gain that financial freedom. And you're only going to gain it by finding out the hard questions, going through the process, learning as you grow, and growing in the long term. As always, I'm Chris Miller, reminding you all to always keep smiling. It has been my pleasure. Have yourselves a great day.